Let me tell you the tale of my dear friend Sarah. A force to be reckoned with, Sarah was the embodiment of a powerful woman in a world that still often tipped its scales in favor of men. In her eyes, there was a flame that refused to be extinguished, a determination that rejected any form of defeat. She thrived in a landscape dominated by men, a testament to her strength. Yet beneath the surface, a war raged, a war against her vulnerability. Sarah believed that showing any hint of weakness, any whisper of her deepest emotions, would paint her as insufficient and open her up to scrutiny. With each passing moment, she carefully assembled emotional walls, not just high, but miles wide. These barriers served a purpose: to keep others at arm's length, to maintain a seemingly impenetrable fortress. But, oh, all this fortress was not her sanctuary, but a prison. It obstructed her personal and professional development. It barred her from forming genuine bonds, from expressing her true self. It denied her the joy of fully embracing the multifaceted beauty of life. But every story has a turning point. A moment when the protagonist realizes that the shackles they have been wearing weren't imposed upon them, but were self-inflicted. Sarah's moment came like a soft whisper, a nudge from a trusted colleague who saw past her fortress, past her meticulously built walls. "You are not alone in this," he said. This simple, heartfelt utterance set off a domino effect within her. It nudged her to seek guidance, to explore paths untrodden. With each passing day, Sarah ventured further into her fears, confronting her vulnerabilities. She began dismantling her emotional fortress, brick by brick, revealing her true self to the world. She discovered that vulnerability was not a weakness, but a strength. It was a bridge to authenticity, to form meaningful connections and experience life in its vibrant fullness. Sarah's journey didn't happen overnight, however. It was a slow, steady metamorphosis. What a transformation it was. As she let her walls crumble, she saw her relationships deepen, her career flourished. She found her voice, expressed her ideas fearlessly, commanded respect, not just for her strength, but for her authenticity. Today, Sarah is not just a beacon of strength, but a testament of the power of vulnerability. She lives her life unapologetically, savoring every joy, every sorrow, every nuanced moment that life offers her. In her eyes, there's not just a flame of determination, but now there is a spark of warmth, connection, and authenticity. Sarah's journey is a reminder to us all that we should embrace our vulnerabilities, let our walls come down, experience the beauty of being truly alive, of being your authentic self. After all, our imperfections, our vulnerabilities, they don't make us weak. They make us human. They connect us. They allow us to grow. So as we bid farewell to Sarah's tale, I want you to remember this, and that is, vulnerability is not a weakness, but the birthplace of joy, creativity, and love. So take a page out of Sarah's book and embrace your vulnerability and watch your life unfold in ways you've never imagined. Today we are on a journey to explore a topic that, just like standing on the edge of a cliff, both excites and terrifies us. The topic being the fear of vulnerability. It is a roller coaster ride that often holds us back from true growth and authentic connections. But what if we were to reframe this fear? What if we saw vulnerability not as a weakness, but as a path to strength and connection? We will be guided on this journey by the wisdom of leading experts and Stoic philosophers. And as we go through, we will see how the fear of vulnerability can consume us, but also how we can overcome it and tap into the potential that lies on the other side. Firstly, we will define the fear of being vulnerable, and it is said to be a reluctance to relieve or reveal our true selves, our true emotions or weaknesses to others. And this is often due to our fear of being judged, rejected, or our fear of emotional pain. This fear triggers our brain's fight or flight response. And as Bernie Brown puts it, vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. So how does this fear affect us? Firstly, it limits our ability to connect deeply with others. It also stifles our personal and professional growth. This fear also prevents us from living a genuine and fulfilling life, while forcing us to present a false image of ourselves to the world. As we saw in the story of my friend Sarah, the fear of vulnerability is deeply ingrained in our desires for acceptance, belonging, and protection. The Stoics of old recognized vulnerability as a natural part of the human experience, teaching us to confront our fears and vulnerability without letting them control us. But how You may ask, can we overcome this fear? And the key lies in reframing vulnerability. What does vulnerability mean to you? Vulnerability we can see as a strength rather than a weakness. We can practice self-compassion and gradually expose ourselves to vulnerability through taking small, smart steps consistently over time. And by doing so, we can cultivate resilience, authenticity, and build meaningful connections. And as we go along this journey, here are some strategies and action tips that we can use to help us in the fight to overcome our fear of vulnerability. We should practice taking small, smart steps. We should practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Like any journey, it's about one step at a time, putting one foot in front of the other. We should also seek to challenge our limiting beliefs, those thoughts that pop up in our minds that suggest that we're not able and we're not good enough. We should seek support of like-minded individuals and embrace a growth mindset. We should see life as a constant journey of learning and improving. Overall, overcoming fear is a process that requires patience and consistent effort. We should surround ourselves with individuals who appreciate and value vulnerability. We should embrace our fears, share our true selves, and unlock the potential for deeper connection, meaningful experiences, and a life filled with authenticity. Always remember that true growth lies just beyond the fear of being vulnerable. I thank you for joining us on this journey. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until the next time, stay courageous and embrace your vulnerability.